Hello, good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed about reflection of light through mirror, especially through spherical mirrors. But today we shall discuss about sign convention, especially when we use the reflection of light through mirrors, spherical mirrors, and we apply any formula like focal length based related formula where we need to apply sign along with the numerical problem. Moreover, today we will discuss about refraction and refractive index as well. So okay, let us start now. This slide, very clear in this slide that Cartesian sign convention is what? What happens when an object is placed before a mirror, any type of mirror it may be. So the position of the object, and after reflection, if its image is being formed, then what will be the position of that image? Its position will be reflected in terms of positive or negative sign. But how to decide it? It will be decided on the basis of certain rules. Rule is very simple, that if object is placed left to mirror and pole is taken as the origin, then the distance to the right of the origin on the x-axis will be positive, while that to its left is negative. Very simple. Likewise, along y-axis, it means above the x-axis, sign will be positive, and below the x-axis, sign will be taken as negative. Now, here in this diagram, it is very clear. An object is placed before this mirror, spherical mirror, and as according to sign convention, to left side it is indicated as negative distance, and to right side it is positive. Okay, now come to next slide. Here we are showing the formula for focal length, especially for spherical mirrors, that is 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f, where u is what? Position of object, means object distance. V is position of image. Likewise, a small f is focal length. As we have discussed two type of mirrors, spherical mirrors especially, convex and concave. In both these cases, in tabular form, it is given, reflected, which sign will be applicable. So very clear. As far as u means position of object is, in case of convex mirror it is negative, and in concave mirror also it is negative. Why? Because the object is placed before the mirror, and when we measure the distance of the object through pole, it will always be negative. It will be considered to left side, and left side means it is negative. Likewise, v, position of image may be positive or negative, as it is clear in case of convex mirror it is always positive. If you go just you imagine the ray diagram of reflection of light in case of convex mirror, you will find the position of image is being formed just to opposite side of the mirror, therefore it is always positive, means right side we are taking. Likewise in concave mirror, what was happening, it may be positive or negative, because sometimes images are formed where to left side and sometimes it is to right side. So accordingly we will put the sign. Now focal length convex, in case of convex mirror it is always positive, while in case of concave mirror it is negative. It is very clear, whenever you decide this sign convention, always imagine the ray diagram, or you draw a ray diagram of reflection through spherical mirrors, and then this sign convention will be very, very clear to apply. Okay, now come to next slide. Next slide is related to magnification. Now what is this magnification? Magnification, actually it is a type of physical quantity which indicates towards, in comparison to an object, size of image is what? In comparison to object, the size is whether bigger, or size of image is smaller, or size of image is same as that of object. All these things can be decided on the basis of this term, that is magnification. So its formula is as shown in this slide. Magnification is, there are two formula in terms of height of image and height of object. Another one is in terms of distance of image and distance of object. So first one is, when we take the ratio of height of image upon and height of object, it gives magnification value m. Likewise minus v upon u, it also gives the value of magnification. So very clear, if we are getting m is greater than 1, image is bigger than the object. If this m is less than 1, image is smaller than the object. If m is exactly 1, means both size is equal, means size of image and size of object is equal. Moreover, it also gives, in addition to it, it also gives us some idea about whether image is virtual or real, erect or inverted. That is written just at the end of this slide. You may go through it. Okay, now come to refraction of light. This refraction is what? As we have discussed, this refraction is somehow different from reflection. In case of reflection, the incident light was going back to the same medium. But in case of refraction, what happens? The incident ray of light goes into another medium. Means when the light travels from one medium to another, then some bending is watched, bending is seen. This bending phenomena, when especially light ray travels from one medium to another, is known as refraction. This phenomenon is known as refraction. Likewise, now in this slide we will discuss laws of refraction of light also. That is number 1. There are two laws. Number 1, incident ray, normal and refracted ray all lie in the same plane. Second law is sin I upon sin R is always constant, where I is what? Angle of incidence, R is what? Angle of reflection. Right? And constant is constant, the value of constant will give you refractive index. Okay? Here, how to decide this bending, to what extent bending is taking place from its original track? all these can be decided on the basis of this term, that is refractive index. Its formula is given. Suppose we are writing N21, means we are going to decide refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. If we say N12, means refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. If we simply say Nm, means we are going to decide refractive index of medium with respect to vacuum or air. It's very clear. Its formula will be what? N21 means V1 upon V2. V1 V2 is what? Actually, this is the speed of light in different medium, medium 1 and in medium 2. So this is very clear. So N21 is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Now, in addition to it, no doubt refractive index give us an idea about how much bending is taking place in a particular medium. If we are going to compare two medium, in which medium more bending will take place. But in addition to it, it also gives an idea about to what extent a medium is denser or rarer. Just now you see this table, you go through this table, as in this slide it is very clear. So suppose we take air and water. Here refractive index value of air is given as 1.0003 and that of water is 1.33. Now just you imagine, air and water, out of air and water, which one is more thicker? Very clear, water is thicker. And as we are observing here, that refractive index value is 1.33, that is more than that of air. So it's very clear. So likewise we can decide in different cases medium will be different, and to what extent bending will take place, or which one is rarer, more rarer or denser, all can be decided on the value of this refractive index, which has been shown in this table through their values of refractive index. So this is all about the topics which we wanted to discuss with you. I think it would be clear to all of you, and now you note down all these things in your classwork copy, and wherever you feel problem, you can contact me. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.